Governor Larry Hogan announces the first coronavirus death in Maryland. This as the number of cases in the state jumps for a second day in a row. And Baltimore's mayor issues a state of emergency. WJZ has team coverage. Mike Hsu is live with the latest on the pandemic in Maryland. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Lynn. That victim from PG County had underlying health problems. The governor announced that, as well as asking us to pray for his family and for us all.
The news of the first COVID-19 death in Maryland came Wednesday night. The governor disclosed it in a tweet, saying, "It is with profound sadness that I announce the first death in Maryland as a result of the coronavirus pandemic." The victim is in his 60s. He was one of 20 cases in Prince George's, which has the second highest caseload in the state, surpassed only by Montgomery. Like many of us, the governor wonders when the spread of this virus will slow down.
When will we start to see some kind of a point where we can reach the point where we've got it under control? But I don't think there's anyone really in America that has an answer to that question.
Also on Wednesday, Sinai Hospital announces a patient there is positive. At Northwest Hospital in Randallstown, a healthcare worker is also fighting the virus. In Baltimore City, there are 5 confirmed cases. The health commissioner said there is community transmission.
The social distancing behaviors that we as a community implement right now will determine what path this takes.
There are 85 confirmed cases in the state of Maryland, but the feds say that number is expected to jump sharply in the next week or so as more of the testing kits become available, and they'll start counting the cases that are out there now. Now, the governor is holding a press conference this morning for today's briefing at 10 this morning. I'm Mike Hsu reporting live for WJZ.
Mike, thank you. Colleges and universities are on spring break, but some students in Maryland will not return to in-class instruction this semester. That includes Johns Hopkins, Notre Dame of Maryland, and Morgan State universities, in addition to Goucher, McDaniel, and Washington colleges. Baltimore City State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby orders her staff to drop all pending criminal charges for people arrested for drug possession, prostitution, trespassing, and other low-level crimes. She says it's an effort to reduce the threat of coronavirus in jails and prisons.
The battle against the coronavirus here in the United States is growing. There are more than 9,000 people infected nationwide, and at least 150 have died. Gwen Baumgartner reports for WJZ.
Members of the White House task force are warning infection numbers will soon skyrocket.
It's now in a high-speed platform, so we will see the number of people diagnosed dramatically increase over the next 4 to 5 days.
An increase in testing will lead to higher numbers, though some state officials, like Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt, say they still need help.
We are critically low on our test kits. The state is going to have to reserve, until further notice, tests for only vulnerable populations, those who are experiencing severe symptoms.
Yesterday, President Trump signed an emergency relief bill that includes free coronavirus testing, paid sick days, and family leave.
We're going to defeat the invisible enemy.
Lawmakers are also working on a $1 trillion rescue package that can't come soon enough for the thousands that already lost their job.
The minute you hear the word that you're getting laid off, you really got to rethink your life at that point.
The leading labor union says nearly 300,000 hotel, restaurant, and casino workers will lose their paychecks in the coming days.
全都为境外输入品.
Perhaps the one bit of positive news: for the first time since the coronavirus pandemic started late last year, China reported no new local cases at the epicenter in Wuhan. Gwen Baumgartner, CBS News.
Mercy Medical Center in Baltimore gets emergency approval to build a new hospital floor in response to the pandemic. The expansion will cost about $12.5 million. It will include a 32-bed care unit on the 17th floor of the hospital. Construction will start right away and take about 3.5 months. There's no vaccine right now for the coronavirus, but a group of scientists in Maryland are now working on one. Gaithersburg-based Emergent Biosolutions is working on the vaccine for a California company, and some of the research is being done at 2 labs in East Baltimore. A vaccine is not expected to be ready for the public, though, for at least a year.
Maryland lawmakers ended their annual session more than 2 weeks early because of the coronavirus. The General Assembly passed a nearly $48 billion operating budget in its final hours. Out of that, $10 million will be used to fight coronavirus, and lawmakers also passed a $4 billion legislation intended to overhaul the state's education system and another bill to renovate both Pimlico and Laurel racetracks.
The coronavirus causes a major blood shortage nationwide, putting those in need at risk. WJZ continues our team coverage. Amy Kawada explains the urgent call for blood donors. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning, Lynn. Well, with people staying inside and blood drives being canceled, blood donations have become a major challenge, and the Red Cross says it's just a matter of days before it becomes life or death.
For the first time in a few months, Ryan Gutzat came out to help out.
I saw an article talking about how, there's a potential shortage, what with, the coronavirus going on. So I thought, I'm healthy, I have blood, I might as well go see if I can donate.
The Red Cross says donations like his are vital during the midst of the public health crisis.
This is real. This is a serious situation, and I've never seen it so bad, and I'm afraid it might get worse.
Due to the coronavirus, the American Red Cross says nearly 2,700 blood drives have been canceled nationwide, with 86,000 fewer donations, and the numbers are expected to get worse.
That's potentially 300,000 patients' care that's in jeopardy.
To help keep donors safe, anyone who walks through the door has to get their temperature taken, wash their hands, and wear a pair of gloves. Chairs are spaced out and equipment is disinfected. Doctors say at this point there's no evidence the coronavirus can be spread through blood.
Nobody is going to get coronavirus, the novel coronavirus, by donating blood. And also for patients, they don't have to be concerned because coronavirus is not spread through blood transmission.
It's asking people to make appointments online so we can avoid those large crowds. They're accepting all blood types, but especially blood type O. For more information on how you can donate, head to our website, WJZ.com. Reporting live from the Red Cross in Baltimore this morning, I'm Amy Kawada for WJZ.
Thank you, Amy. It is 6:39 now. Restaurants are relying on takeout orders to stay open, and their workers are taking a financial hit. The Stained Glass Pub in Elkridge was forced to cut its staff by more than half. They simply don't have the need for waiters, waitresses, and bartenders anymore who rely on tips to survive.
And it was extremely upsetting to actually have to tell these employees, like, we don't have shifts for you right now. We'll be in touch with you. It's really depressing. It's a gut check. To realize that your family's business has gone from thriving to nothing.
Distribution company is stepping up its help. Salvo Food Service, which serves 1,400 restaurants across the area, will be giving food to their customers to give to their employees free of charge.
Grocery stores are playing catch up after a weekend rush wiped the shelves clean. Chains and smaller markets are working to replenish many of those hot ticket items: paper products, eggs, meat, and canned goods. This comes as stores try to protect some of the most vulnerable from getting the virus. Whole Foods, Dollar General, Giant, and Target are all setting aside special hours where only seniors and those with underlying health conditions can shop. Stay with WJZ as we follow the latest developments in the coronavirus pandemic, both here and across the country. We have everything you need to know posted at WJZ.com.